YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Your girl is back. Okay, 51 days later, your girl is back with another YouTube video. This time it's all about this guy back here, Camaro. Say hey. Say hey to the camera. I'm gonna share with you guys what it's really like. Hello? Hello. I'm gonna share with you guys what it's really like to have a Maltipoo puppy, especially as a first-time dog owner. Like, man, there's so many things that I just think people need to know because I was shook and I didn't know what I was doing. I'm talking about the good, the bad, the ugly. Like, y'all need to know the truth. I'm here to give you all the tea, and hopefully this journey will help you as you raise your little pup. All right, Camaro. Say hi to the fan. Hello, look at the screen, sir. So, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Like, girl, what you settling for? Yeah, we ballin', we settling score. You know I need that scene that down, I'm trying.
So if you guys had watched my previous puppy videos, this is Camaro, that 2.5 that 2.5 pound puppy, and he probably weighs in a whopping, I don't know, okay, because I haven't weighed him in a while, but I'm gonna say, since my last doctor visit, he was like 6.2 pounds. So I'm gonna say he's probably between 8 and 10 now. So to just provide you with a little background information about Camaro, I got Camaro in November and I am a first time puppy owner. So this experience is just so relatively new to me. An adventure for sure. I did get him from a breeder in the DMV area. The breeder is no longer breeding, so sorry, hate to say it, but I do recommend joining a Facebook Maltipoo page because that's where I found my breeder, and usually people can lead you to a breeder that's in your state. So I purchased Camaro from a breeder. He was $1,500, which is relatively good because the prices for Maltipoos now are literally ridiculous. I'm talking about $2,500 and up. So very thankful for that. Like, and to all of you that are saying, oh, Kamisha, you should have got a shelter dog, like, yo, just relax, because listen, these Maltipoos are gonna be bred anyway, which means if nobody purchases them, they're gonna end up in the shelter anyway. So I'm doing you a favor by getting a dog that was gonna round up in the shelter anyway. So Camaro is practically a shelter dog. I'm funny, yo. Okay, so to really start this video off, I think we need to talk about socialization. Listen, I have had the roughest time when it comes to socializing my dog. Unfortunately, I got Camaro during a freaking pandemic worldwide, and this is significant because for the most part, I'm spending majority of my time indoors, which means Camaro doesn't know what people look like. He doesn't know what dogs look like. I didn't realize that you needed to socialize your dog extremely early. The first 2 months that you have the puppy is the time that they really get to understand what the world is. And since I didn't expose Camaro, by the time I actually took him out, it was, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months. So as soon as he walks down the street, he's barking at everything he sees. He barks at the leaves, he barks at the trees, he barks at the mailbox, he barks at the neighbors, he barks at the dogs. Like, it was super bad. And right now he still barks at things, but he's getting much better because I enrolled him into puppy classes. So I recommend that once you get your puppy and they get all their shots, then immediately expose them to the world around them. Expose them to different type of people, expose them to different type of locations, to different items. I swear to you, Camaro, he hates people when they have hats on. Like, he freaks out like it's a ghost or something. He just can't comprehend what a hat is. So you really need to expose your dog to various items, people, situation, dogs early. And if you know you're not consistent, then I definitely recommend you signing up for post-puppy socialization classes. PetSmart has many classes to offer, such as beginner, intermediate, advanced. PetSmart, sponsor me. And I just want to show you the benefits of socializing at an early stage. In comparison, my best friend had a puppy from the same litter. She socialized him early, 8 weeks. He was visiting friend's house. He was going to brunches where they allow dogs to be at the table. And because of that, he doesn't freak out when he sees other dogs. He doesn't freak out when he sees other humans. My dog, in comparison, literally, as soon as he steps out the house, is like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just not okay. Like, I get embarrassed, people around me get embarrassed, and just... So the next category is separation anxiety. This one's a biggie. Okay, Maltipoos really do suffer from separation anxiety. When I say they hate being alone, they absolutely hate it. As in, Camaro follows me wherever I go. Right now, I'm in my bedroom. As you can see, there's a crate in my bedroom because I could not leave him downstairs in the living room or in the basement because he would literally cry and tear up his blankets and his pee pads. So first, if you don't like a clingy dog, then I recommend don't get a Maltipoo. Second, if you are not available to watch your dog most of the time, and you're just gonna leave them at home for 10 hours, Maltipoos are probably not the best dogs in which you can do that. You might want a Lab or a Frenchie. I don't know how Frenchies act, but I'm saying Maltipoos, they're different. So you're probably wondering, like, okay, so then what can I do for my dog not to be as clingy if I want a Maltipoo? And there are some tricks of the trade. I recommend that you start separating them early from you, meaning like in the beginning, leave them for 30 minutes and do that for a week or a month, and then add the time. Next month is gonna be leaving you by yourself for an hour. Then it's not that drastic and traumatic to your dog when you leave. Currently, I have a routine where, since I'm working from home, I can put Camaro downstairs at 8 a.m. and then I'll leave him until 1 p.m. and he does not cry. Well, sometimes he whimpers, but for the most part, he's okay with it because he's adapted and knows, like, hey, this is my routine, this is my schedule, this is when my mom is gonna leave me. All right, the next category is bath time. Let me tell you something. I don't know if it's just my dog or if it's all Maltipoos, but they hate bath time. Camaro over here hates bath time. I did not know where to even bathe my puppy where I first got him. He was so tiny. So I initially bathed him in the sink, and that entire time he was shaking like a leaf. Like, just shaking, trembling. Like, my heart couldn't take it. So I had to do a quick bath, and the only way to dry him off was through a blow dryer. He was trembling so hard because he was so scared. No one warned me of how traumatic the bath time would be for a new puppy. So I'm telling y'all now, your dog is going to hate it. But I do say that every bath time got a lot easier, and then he got used to the process. So it's just the initial, like, I don't know what's going on. It's gonna freak your dog out, so don't worry. If you have a soft heart like me, get over it because it's gonna work out. And I also transitioned from my sink, like a regular bathroom sink, to a bigger sink that's in the washing room. Something that's synonymous with bath time is grooming. The reason why Camaro's hair is so short right now is because I was not very consistent with brushing him, and what ended up happening is he got very knotted, like matted, where they had to just shave everything down. So I recommend obviously detangling him during his bath time, but also brushing him every day or every other day, or you're gonna have a matted dog who has to shave off all his hair, and we have to patiently wait for it to grow back. All right, so the next category is sleep. When I say these dogs only sleep, or maybe it's just the puppy stage, they literally sleep, no lie, like 12 to 16 hours a day. they are sleeping, and they will just crash anywhere. You could literally just be playing with them, and then 2 minutes later your turn and they're dead, like dead sleep. So just know that your puppy is not sick. It's just his cells are growing so fast inside him that, you know, sleep in order to grow to be a healthy puppy. But with that being said, I also want to mention how horrible sleeping was for me when he first came into my life. When you first get a puppy and they are transitioning from their breeder to your home, let me tell you, you're not gonna sleep at all. I did not sleep for a good 2 weeks because this guy over here that's sleeping now was barking uncontrollably. He was just squealing and squealing because he wasn't with his mom and his brothers and sisters anymore. Initially, I started sleeping with the light off and he hated it. I don't think he was able to comprehend that I was even beside him. So I had to invest in a lamp, which helped. He squealed a shorter period of time, still some hours, but at least he knew that I was with them. So the squeal wasn't so intense like the time it was without the light. The next category is potty training. And let me tell you, I know I keep saying negative things about taking care of a dog, but I just feel like you guys need to be prepared. And potty training is no joke. No joke, okay? Like, that was something incredibly difficult. Right now, Camaro, fortunately, is pad trained and he is able to go outside. So he's trained in both. Right now we have a schedule as I take him out about every 2 hours, and if I just happen to miss that time frame and he has to pee, he knows to go on a pee pad and everything's all good. But getting up to that point, it was just ridiculous. Like, I didn't know how to pad train him. I was just like, are you gonna pee on the pad? Like, you're just keep peeing on the carpet. Like, what do? Do I tap the pad? Do I tap it and you know to go? Like, how does this work? So eventually what I had to do was just wait for him to eventually pee on the pad and immediately reward him for peeing on that pad so he knows, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And how I did that was literally crazy. Like a madman, I put pads pretty much over the whole basement floor in hopes that he would just pee on the pad. So like, once I mastered pad training, then I was like, okay, let me try it outside. He was able to do that because as soon as I saw him lift up his leg or something of that nature to show that he's about to pee, I rewarded him with a treat. But pad training is definitely difficult. They will poop on your carpet. They will poop on your carpet, pee on your carpet, or your wood floor. So please be prepared. But it takes time to have to keep rewarding them, and eventually they will know what to do. Okay, so the rest of this video is pretty positive. I want to brag about my little puppy here, who I love so much. So let's talk about how intelligent Maltipoos are. When I say this guy is probably the smartest thing on earth, Maltipoos are able to communicate their wants and needs with you. For instance, Camaro loves to tell me when he wants to play. So for instance, if I'm sitting on the couch watching my TV, minding my own business, this little guy will literally come to me with his toy in his mouth, drop it down on the floor, look up at me, and he starts going, and I'm just like, hold up, is this dog talking to me? I literally look around, I'm like, is he talking to me? If a dog talking to you ain't a sign of intelligence, I don't know what it is. But that's one example. Like I said, he's fully potty trained. He knows commands, he knows words. I'm pretty sure he understands what I'm saying. He knows to come. He recognizes his name. Camaro, what are you doing? See, he knows his name. Camaro. Another way to get my attention, he would literally take his paw and like hit me so I can pay attention to him, which is completely insane. Again, when it's bedtime, he literally will run the opposite direction in order to not go to bed. And I am just very proud to say that my man's over here has mastered pretty much every trick in the book, okay? Like, he knows how to sit, he knows how to crawl, he knows how to stand, he knows how to roll over, he knows how to give me paw, he knows how to leave it, he knows like pretty much everything. The next category I want to talk about real quick is food. What no one ever told me is that, oh, dogs are just like humans. Like, some dogs like certain foods while other dogs don't. So this one over here is super picky. Super picky. He loves wet food. The unhealthy wet food, by the way. Not even the good stuff. But when I give him the healthy dry food, he wants no parts of it. So I literally have to finesse my way in tricking him into eating his dog food. You gotta figure out what kind of food your dog likes. So you're constantly going through money, wasting money, trying to figure out if your dog will eat this food. And so hopefully your dog is not picky like my dog and will just eat whatever's in front of him. But this dog literally is picky. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video now, and I just want to say that even though all those categories showed you my difficulties during this puppy journey, I would not trade this dog for anyone in the world. I love him so much and he gives me so much happiness. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? Right, buddy? He gives me so much love and I love him so much. So I recommend get a puppy. Yes, the initial journey is going to be hard. It's going to be tough. But when they get trained and they understand a nice routine that you're having, then they are the best dogs in the world. Alright, so thank you for coming to my video. If you haven't by now, go ahead and subscribe. I don't just do puppy videos. I also do law videos and travel videos. And your girl is vaccinated, so you're not going on trips again. Say bye.
He kept the Glock, so you know he took a different route. I'm going harder, so we all